presidential candidate for the United Democratic Alliance, UDA, made 4 allegations yesterday in his statement. 1, that the government and its senior officials have mobilized to campaign for Azimio la Umoja, One Kenya Alliance presidential candidate. 2, that the national government administrative officers, especially chiefs and their assistants, are being mobilized to rig next week's general elections against the UDA presidential candidate through suppression of voter turnout and or buying or holding identification cards. 3, that the cabinet secretary and the principal secretary in the Ministry of Interior and Coordination of National Government and government administrative officers in the Rift Valley, and they actually named 4 of our officers, I'm going to talk about them, have been holding meetings illegally and planning to provoke ethnic conflict in that part of our country. And fourthly, that the government, through the Communication Authority of Kenya and the Kenya Power and Lighting Company, plans to interfere with the conduct of the general elections by disrupting the communication networks and electricity supply. I have expressed clearance from the president to do this press conference because I couldn't if I didn't have clearance from the president to do it, because that is how our northerly countries run. 2, you go to the National Security Advisory Committee after that, and the National Security Advisory Committee is comprised of the technical officers, the heads of the security agencies, and the others, who manage the security institutions across the country. Then from there we go to the respective ministries, and from the ministries we go to the regions, from the regions we go to the counties, from the counties we go to the sub-counties, all the way to the sub-locations. Right from the sub-location, the assistant chief chairs the security committee at the sub-location level. The chief chairs the security committee at the location level, and all the way to the National Security Council. The security sector is a very regimented arrangement. You don't have the freedom, and you have no capacity to work outside of it. When we take decisions, for example, if we have to communicate policy to the chiefs and to the DCs and to the regional commissioners, it has got to flow directly from the National Security Council. I am not aware, because there doesn't exist a discussion that has happened at the National Security Council authorizing us to meet the chiefs and instruct them to campaign for anyone. And if His Excellency the Deputy President has got evidence to that effect, he should provide it to the public, because that evidence would reside in the minutes of the National Security Council or in the agenda of the National Security Council, and then that communication will be translated in a memo by the head of the public service, who is a secretary to the council, which I have not seen. I am not aware of it. Have public servants been mobilized to campaign for any particular candidate? The answer is no, because that information would be resident in a circular by the head of the public service. I have not seen one. I have not seen any communication from the Public Service Commission itself to public servants. And public servants are all governed by a code of conduct, which is very strict on how these things are supposed to be done. Thirdly, my friends, all meetings we have with chiefs and assistant chiefs are held in public. We either meet in county commissioners' offices, in church halls, in schools. The most recent meeting that PS Kibicho and I had with the chiefs of Nyamira and Kisii was held at Tombe Girls, in a public school, a public place where everybody can access. Government is not a secret society. These allegations create an impression that government has been operating like a secret society. Government is not a secret society, which meets somewhere under a tree and conspires. We're not engaged in any conspiracy against anyone. And the things we do are guided by an agenda, and in most cases, we take notes of this. And I am not aware, and we have never had meetings anywhere to instruct chiefs or instruct assistant chiefs to do whatever needs to be done.